Witches are very curious people.
Hello and welcome to The Witching Hour, a podcast where for the last 4 years has attempted to discuss topics related to the horror genre from creepy, history, lore, media, and anything creative, but ultimately whatever we wanted. But always with the hope that we can inspire and motivate you, the listener, to create your own horror. We are your hosts now and until the end of time, regardless of where the universe takes us. My name is Seid.
I'm Ravel.
And I'm Ophelia.
And today's episode is a very special episode because it is our last episode. Oh. With this episode, we'll have been recording for 4 years, and it took me some time to kind of come to this decision. I was very back and forth with it, perhaps annoyingly so, but it's been decided. So thank you to all the listeners who have been with us for 4 years, and we hope you'll stick around for one more episode, because you're already here listening, so why not?
Please don't leave us.
Please don't leave now. Just finish this last episode, please. We're hoping it's a good one. Yeah, it's a good one. We'll have a good time. We'll make a few more memories, make some more dumb comments, and then we'll put the cauldron and the microphone away. Okay. So, obviously, Creative Horror, the website that we're on, that we're a part of, that Witching Hour is a part of, will still be continuing. We still have UCA there. We have Trick or Track there. We'll have some more stuff in the future. Get excited about that. But UCA, David, who has extended an invitation that if ever we want to do another episode of The Witching Hour, we could take over UCA for a night. So that is a possibility.
Just cast a spell, and it shall be. You may see us again.
Just the black flame candle.
There you
go. A virgin has to light that.
Oh, I don't think we have any virgins.
We'll kidnap one.
I'm sure we can find one. But yeah, so what we're going to do this episode, and it's not just going to be the three of us this episode, we are going to be joined by our fellow friends, or the rest of the Creative Horror family throughout the episode. But we're just going to go back and talk about past episodes that we really enjoyed doing, and just have a good old time and just hang out. Before our friends join us, before we get into too much, let's do our, what have you all been up to? Or what do y'all, even though Ophelia only just learned about this. But what are your plans past this, past the Witching Hour?
I'm gonna try and start my art account officially, so. Do
you know where, or?
I know, probably be on Twitter at some point. I'll probably mention it on my, on my actual Twitter handle, even though I'm gonna make a separate account for art.
Okay.
It's like
I did
so
notice
hard
that
to juggle Twitters.
That your Instagram account followed my doll account. Are you going to be posting there too?
Under a different name, just because I don't like the fact that I'm not under Ravel there. Some random person has that name on there. So
I hate when that shit happens and you have a handle on like 90% of websites and there's one bitch who took it.
Yeah.
And you're like, who the fuck do you think you are?
And like I said, they don't even post anything from what I look. It's just, they just have the name.
Just thievery. It's just flat thievery.
I really wanted to switch my Twitter to just Dead Ray. And someone already has it on Twitter, but they have never posted anything. And it's maybe almost a decade old now. And I'm like, I hate you.
Yeah, you have to just wait for somebody to take it over.
Get rid of it on December 18th. They're supposed to delete inactive accounts, weren't they?
Well, you know, they take a lot of inactive accounts and they turn them into, like, political bots, I've noticed. And I don't even think this is a crazy communist. I say it because while I was at work, one of my friends looked up his old Twitter account that he'd lost his ability to get into, and it had turned into, like, some Slavic language, like, I think Ukrainian, like, protester account from the, like, 2014 Ukrainian protests, and he was like, what the fuck? And I was like, holy shit, dude. Like, Yeah.
Insane.
So who knows what happens to your account, man?
Holy shit.
It was so wild. I was like, what the fuck? And it was like his account from high school.
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, I just checked, and Dead Ray is still taken. At least it won't let me change it to it. Let me see what happens if I look it up. But yeah, so cool. Starting our account. I also have been thinking about, like, I should put together a real portfolio, because...
Oh god, isn't that? Yeah, same.
Yeah.
No, I'm just gonna fully admit all I want to draw is fan art right now, so that's probably all it's gonna
do it. Why not?
Sometimes that's all that inspires me, and that's okay. I always enjoy it, right? Because it's like, I don't know, I love fan art. I'll always do fan works. It's impossible not to. I am cursed by this need.
It's just easy to be like, what do I want to draw today? It's so easy. You just Google references. It's right there, you know?
And I'm always like, I'm the one with the best opinions about these characters. Yes. Nobody else's opinions matter, right? And so you're just like, nope, I need to create art.
I mean, yeah, that's me right now, as well. So
right.
What about you, Ophelia? Do you have any creative endeavors right now, or you just go on the flow?
I was gonna try to learn to do watercolor painting.
Oh, do it.
I don't know what I'm gonna do with that, but it'll be fun.
It's very, I like it. It's very relaxing for me.
That was my plan. Is that I was like, maybe this will be relaxing, and I can just paint fish and shit.
It's relaxing if you can be patient and, like, letting things dry before you apply more. Because sometimes I get impatient and I'm like, I am going to paint over this now with this other color. Oh no, that's bleeding because it wasn't dry enough.
Oh, yeah.
Oh no, yeah, me. Yes, maybe it'll teach me patience. It'll be a meditation exercise.
Patience yields virtue. Is that how it went? Ravel?
Yeah.
What? Patience yields focus.
Focus! Damn it. Close enough.
Oh god, what is that fucking from again?
Yeah, that's one of those only your fandom will know. It's Voltron.
That's right, because my friends were gonna get that shit tattooed on each other.
Oh shit! So they like the good ship then. Yeah,
they're yeah. Yeah, I was like, which one is this? Someone was gonna get that tattooed on each other. I remember this one.
I understand. I've also even like.
Now that Voltron's actually over, and I know I can binge all of it at once, I should finally just sit down and binge it.
And stop at episode.
Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot that the last season was kind of a mess.
God, to me, that you watch everything and then the show just ends at season 7, episode 1. That's it.
Anybody seen Star Wars? No.
Oh god, I don't know if we want to get into that.
I know, but yeah.
Oh, we do want to record. The Creative Heart group does want to record like a group episode on The Mandalorian, though.
Oh yeah, I guess I could watch.
Speaking of which, okay, let me get into what I'm going to be doing past the switching hour. I want to reopen my Etsy store, not like all the time, but I'm like open it like maybe a couple times a year, depending on like how quickly I can build stock. But I have been working on my own Baby Yoda plush.
Yeah,
that's nice. Dude, Disney's gonna fucking drone strike you.
I know. No, because I was talking to this woman about it who she had a lot of. She's part of like a crafters like circle thing, and she was hearing from different people like, yeah, they were selling on Etsy, and like Disney fucking took down their whole store for selling Baby Yodas. So I'm like, well, fuck, I already got enough material for like. I don't want to make. I want to make 5 or 6. Like a couple, I'll probably give away to friends.
The Baby Yoda, like
I think the big thing with that would be like post one and then wait and let it sell and then post another.
I think I'm gonna have to be. I keep joking about it. Where I'm just gonna have to like.
Wait, did you say you're gonna have a stock? Did you say you're gonna have a stock of them?
I'm gonna have a very small stock. Most of them are just
okay. Because I was like, don't let them know that shit.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, that's what's gonna get you absolutely assassinated.
Yeah. But I keep joking that I'm gonna have to just like smuggle these babies and be like under the radar, like open up my coat, like you're interested in. Baby.
It's this one meme. Crap, let me find it. Someone needs to Photoshop this meme into you smuggling your Baby Yodas. And I'm kidding. Shit, I'm
yeah, that's
it.
something I'm working on. Also, just as an exercise, is to get back into just kind of plushes and toy making. I'm really gonna pursue the doll thing with the whole like Copa like scare. Like it's still a thing, and it's like ruined a lot of channels.
Oh, I loved. Someone posted that
Kappa?
Kappa, yeah,
like Kappa, like COPPA Kappa.
Yeah.
Oh shit, we gotta deal with that shit again. God damn, last time I had to deal with that I was 13.
I kind of abandoned my doll channel for the end of 2019 because I didn't know if I was gonna be able to keep that going. So a lot of like the way YouTube changed their thing, they kind of just left all of like anyone who was like producing shit for general audiences, they kind of just like screwed over. And like especially if you, I don't want to get into it. There's videos on YouTube, just like if you're curious, if you don't know about it, just go to YouTube. There's a ton of videos about it.
I just want to say the thing I love,
making videos should be safe, so I'm gonna pursue that again.
Okay, but here's the thing that someone pointed out, and it's come up several times now. The fucking fan video cupcakes, which is like,
that's all over Twitter right now.
Yeah, it's just like, oh yeah, this fan vid of like Pinkie Pie violently murdering Rainbow Dash. That's for kids.
Oh god, YouTube is so fucked up.
Oh, they're stupid.
Just fucking corporate AIs. See, this is why I can't wait to talk about this goddamn headline.
Yes.
Like,
okay, we'll get.
I need to stop cussing. Did you see the meme I just sent you?
I did.
Yes. Why can't I hold all these baby Yodas?
Because Disney doesn't want me to have them. Yeah, so I really want to get into, I want to keep pursuing, I want to work on dolls more. I actually made this like 2020 plan of like what dolls I'm going to be making.
I thought you were going to say a 20-year plan.
No.
That's like, damn.
But I'm going to focus on dolls. I actually want to get into like modeling and making my own like little figures. I've had ideas for that. Mostly just want to do a lot of crafty stuff. And then also, I think the universe is telling me, okay, I don't know how I'm going to do all this because I'm like, hey, maybe I'll resurrect this webcomic I had in high school. And hey, I'm going to do all these dolls. And like, hey, I think the universe is telling me to get back into animation. I'm either going to do a whole bunch of stuff after this podcast, or I'm going to do nothing at all because I'll get overwhelmed.
Well, you can take a break for a bit.
Yeah. And I am going to like try to focus on one thing for a while and then another thing for another while. Just kind of like rotate what I'm like really interested at that time.
Yeah, follow your passion.
Yeah. But I've been like super on top of like keeping my planner, journaling, trying to build new good habits, to budget money. I've been doing that whole kakebo, Japanese method of like budgeting your money where you write everything down.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
Never heard of that. Sounds very Japanese.
Yes. The whole point of it is that you literally write out all of your money down, like what's coming in, what's going out, and what you want to save.
Oh, yeah, so you just like fucking, that sounds so Japanese.
Yeah.
You just traumatize yourself with that shit.
I did it. Okay, so I did it for the first month, for this month, January. It's like, okay, this is all my income, these are all my utility bills, and this is how much I want to save. And then you like add and subtract all that, and they'll like, this is how much money you have then to spend. And that amount, you're supposed to like, at end of each week, be like, how much did I spend for entertainment? How much did I spend for food? Or how much was like, whatever. And it was like, you have this much left to spend. And I was like, -$17. Great!
Damn it.
Off to a solid start.
Oh my god. Yeah, that's... My bank gives me a little pie chart that shows me where all of my money goes. It's not a good chart. I don't like when I see it.
Maybe don't show this to me.
Yeah, I'm like, maybe not.
Well, anyway, let's not get too far into that. Let's focus on the fun, creative shit that we want to do. Hopefully do.
How much money does Blizzard take from me?
That's what a minimum of
How much have I paid them over the course of my lifetime is the real question.
Oh, that's the scariest part.
Oh,
yeah, who would want to know?
No. You'd realize, wow, I could have bought a house.
That's...
Yeah.
Not in this economy, but...
Yeah, for real.
Maybe in the 80s.
Oh, shit. Well, then, let's get into this episode. We should have some friends joining us fairly soon, but I do want to take a moment, since it is the last episode, to thank our hosts from the past who are no longer with us.
Oh no.
For different reasons, because those were my favorite episodes that we recorded when we got together and went cryptid hunting. Do you remember, Ravel, when we first we learned about the Tallahassee harlot? We did a whole couple episodes on her. We got on a plane, met up with our friend Dead Palette, went to Tallahassee, and we were like, we're gonna find this harlot. And I mean, Dead Palette knew what he was doing when he walked off with her, and that's why he had to leave this show. And before that, we did another another victim, unfortunately. Yeah. But I mean, he had a smile when he left, and he knew what he was doing. So, but we thank him for the time that he was on the show with us, and no hard feelings.
This man made a sacrifice.
I guess so. But yeah, no hard feelings. He chose the harlot over us. But the one that was a little more upsetting was when we lost our old host, Sophia. In another episode where we went cryptid hunting, that time we went looking for Mothman, because,
everybody's got to look for Mothman.
Yeah, at least thought it would be fun. We flew out to West Virginia. That was the first time that we got to meet Dead Palette, and unfortunately Mothman just swooped down out of nowhere. We took some blurry photos. It grabbed Sophia and just
some eyes.
Took her off, and I don't know where she's at now. I hope she's doing well. It was great to have her while we did, but those are 2 episodes I'll definitely think back on and remember fondly.
Yeah, it was sad at the time, but wow, what a...
I mean, it was pretty exciting at the time. We got to see Mothman, so I think it was kind of a fair trade.
Little victories. Oh my goodness gracious.
Yeah. So, yeah, I mean, I just wanted to share that. And it looks like we do have someone at the door. I believe our friends David and Kayla are here, so let's let them in.
Trick or treat.
On my feet.
For a second, I thought that was a bum coming in behind you two, but no, it's a Bisbee and Paprika too. Yay!
Wow! Miracle.
Yeah. Well, he smells like alcohol. Obviously, someone's been drinking.
Well, has the Bisbee been drinking?
Not right now, and I'm kind of surprised at myself.
So why were you coughing?
Because of me? I don't know.
We picked them up.
Air quality.
That makes a lot of sense considering where we picked you up.
Yeah,
Soup?
we were driving along and we saw these 2 hitchhiking. I guess their spacecraft crashed or something. So
y'all really need to get that fixed, or at least get corporate on that, because they are not.
You fixed it. It broke again.
Wasn't my fault this time.
Well, look, I called the tow truck. They're gonna think I'm crazy, but
they're not gonna be able to do anything.
Probably gonna strip it for parts.
Look, we didn't call Jawas, okay? So they're not gonna strip.
Oh, hopefully they don't find it.
Oh, good point. Well, we kind of pushed off into the bushes, so.
I called AAA.
But AAA doesn't handle that shit. That's why. I mean, we tried, but
we can't stop here. This is Java country.
Oh god. However you got here, you guys are here. I'm glad you're here. Thanks for showing up for the last episode of the Witching Hour.
No!
Yeah, what the hell? What's going on?
Don't go!
I've decided to put time towards other creative endeavors. Essentially, so.
Of which there are so many.
Yes, too many.
You have a lot of callings.
Well, there was a term that we came up for that a while ago, like a jack of trades or something like that.
A jack of all trades.
Jack of all trades, yeah.
David came up with something that was that I liked a little more, but it was along those lines, and I can't remember what it was. But yeah, I have too many creative passions that I want to pursue. And not that I'm leaving podcasting altogether, because I'll still be working with all of you guys.
Yay.
Good.
Yeah,
your soul is ours.
We'll see for how much longer. No,
I got the. I mean, she's not kidding. I have the contract right here. There's your name on the dotted line.
But is that my real name?
Oh, good point.
Well, let me ask Ophelia, because Ophelia said it on the podcast before.
You know what?
No.
Do not
tell
keep that
them.
secret.
You take that to the grave. You take it to the grave.
But what if someone offers me cash?
No.
Better be a lot of cash.
I'll offer you a trip to Disneyland.
All expenses paid.
That's a lot of expenses. Disney's
Yeah, Disney's expensive. I'll accept it. Okay. It's a deal. Secret is kept.
Good. Because I would come after you and murder you.
I do.
If the secret's already out of the bag.
It is true. But are you going to re-listen to all of these episodes to find the mystery secret?
Well, okay, here's the thing. She said, no, my middle name. You said my middle name. You didn't say my full name.
I know it.
I know.
Like your fucking Rumpelstiltskin name? Like what?
Shh. Okay, moving on. We were just reminiscing on a past episode. I thought it'd be fun if we talk about episodes that we've done in the past that we all enjoyed.
All right.
I've enjoyed your cryptid episodes, speaking of. There's that one where I think you guys were talking about like your favorite cryptids, and that was a good one. I also like the one where you talked about like switching haunted houses or haunted mansions, or what was it?
We flipped murder houses.
Yeah,
flipped murder houses. That was a good one.
Funny enough, Ophelia did one that Dave and I were this close. We're like considering getting married in. That's the fun part.
Yes.
We were pretty close, but like the price was way too high to get married there. And I even told him, like, I'm not feeling this. I don't see us getting married in Beverly Hills of all places. So
Beverly Hills, but like it's such a neat building.
It really is.
It is a beautiful building.
It's like so cool, and the history, holy shit.
Yeah. Well, it's funny thing is we didn't know that much about the history of the house when we went and investigated.
Oh my gosh.
Just really cool. It was just a really cool old mansion.
And then they're like, surprise, some murder.
Yeah, there was some murder, and I enjoyed the gay subtext you worked into it. That could very likely be true. There's like that makes sense to me.
I mean, it can't be a witching hour episode if there isn't gay subtext.
Yeah.
I mean,
absolutely. If you go back and listen to every episode, if you listen carefully, there's some gay subtext somewhere.
Well, here's the thing too. I would say gay subtext, except it implying sub means that it's not, that it's hidden. Just say text.
Normally it's right there on our sleeves. Yeah,
it's right there. It's all over. Like I had.
It's framed
I'm stepping
on
in it right now.
You're like, I'm washing it off of my.
No. On Discord, where I usually will hit up my fellow host to be like, hey, when are we recording? We're not the witching hour, we're the Fujoshi hour.
That's right. Yeah, I'm kind of going back through and reminding myself, because there's so many and it's hard to choose. Like,
oh yeah, we got together to talk about scary stories to tell in the dark, and
are you guys just like flipping through the website?
Yeah.
Hey guys, do you want to check out past episodes of The Witching Hour? They'll still be on creativehorror.com. So
yep.
Yeah.
You're like, no, I'm gonna take them all and throw them in the dumpster. Like, no one's gonna have access.
How many episodes are there?
Unfortunately, we never made it to 100. I want to say this last one is episode 78?
79.
79?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. That's
damn. We should have stopped 10 episodes ago.
Well, or if this episode gets long enough, I'll split it in two, and that's 80.
There you go.
Amazing. Like, I'm cheating.
So this will be the one episode where tangents are welcomed.
Oh yes.
Actually, you know what I'm also curious of that I never looked at in like all this time?
What?
Any like reviews on iTunes?
Oh.
Do we want to read? Do you want to read reviews if they're there for fun?
Well, maybe
Really?
maybe if there's a really nice one, but I want to hear what were your guys' favorite episodes that we recorded together.
My favorite is still the one about the Fox sisters.
Oh, yes.
Ooh.
Yeah, oh, that's a good one.
I really like the just the historical aspect of it. It was really, really interesting to listen to.
That was one where I was also still very like, I'm gonna research the shit out of this and be informative. And then that slowly like waned, and I was just like, I'm gonna find something cool that I can just read the wiki on.
Yeah.
Okay, you know what? I have I'm looking at the reviews right now, and they're actually all positive. One from CT Aegis, that's the most recent one, says, an artist and a huge horror fan, I haven't yet been let down by an episode. The hosts and their guests tread wide territory in this creative exploration of horror. No matter the topic, I feel like every time I've been entertained and encouraged to keep making art. I'm grateful for the laughs and the inspiration.
Aww. No, I don't want to read reviews. I'm gonna cry.
I'll just do that one. So
I actually, in terms of episodes I've been on, I actually really like the when we got to talk about haunts and haunt culture.
Oh yeah.
Yes, actually, I'm really glad you brought that one up, because in that episode, we got to speak with you for half of the episode. In the first half of the episode, it was actually an interview that Lorraine and I did with the guy who owns the 13th Door, which is one of the few local haunts in our area up in Oregon. And last year, literally like months after we interviewed them, that whole location that they're at, the building they were in, was the city decided to take it down.
Oh,
yeah.
So it completely uprooted them. Yeah, if you drive by there now, it's all of it's demolished, and I didn't realize that until...
Are we talking about Portland?
Yes, we're talking about Portland.
Okay, yeah. Wait, what did they demolish?
You remember where that Kmart was?
The only Kmart? That fucking haunted Kmart on Walker?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Haunted Kmart?
I feel like every Kmart has that like weird fucked up haunted energy. Like it's just like it's just been dead for like 30 years, so you go into it and you feel like it's been 30 years and you're like, cool, like I just walked through some sort of fucked up time vortex and you're just like, oh man, I feel the 80s on my body. And
that's just because every Kmart is haunted by Chuck Mangione, so
Have you guys seen any of those like Dead Mall YouTube videos?
Mm-hmm.
There's like a whole series on just Kmart.
Yep, fascinating.
Oh, I can imagine. Like,
is that Kmart still open?
No.
Wait, did they demolish the Mart?
No, they demolished the Kmart, that entire series of buildings that was right there, where they were kind of like connected.
Oh, there was an Indian restaurant I really liked in that parking lot.
There were a couple restaurants there. There was like an Irish pubby restaurant there too.
Oh,
but
yeah.
like that's where that's where the 13th Door was, and we were gonna when I was in the area this last October, I realized the whole fucking building was gone. I was like, oh shit. Because I know the guy had just opened like an escape room next door to the haunt that would be open all year versus the haunt that's only Halloween, you know? That was devastating because I was talking to him was really great. That was one of my favorite episodes too that we did. But they just tweeted out, they've just started tweeting out that they're looking for a new location.
I saw that.
That's really exciting.
Crossing my fingers for them.
Yeah.
I just realized another episode. The one where you interviewed the ghost hunter. I thought that one was...
Oh my god.
I thought that one was so fascinating. And then I also liked the insight. Like, the one thing that always stuck with me because was the way that he spoke of using the Ouija board. Because I was with Seid. I'm like, I've always had an iffiness toward the Ouija board. And I like the fact he said, it's like, I've used it, but I don't think it's something that beginners should use. It's like, because usually that's when things go wrong. And I'm like, okay, I like that. That's an interesting insight into how to use a Ouija board.
Is that the one? Is that the one where he talked about the client that said he was being sexually assaulted by a male ghost?
What?
I don't remember that. You know, it's been long enough that it's fuzzy. But you know what?
Non-consensual ghost situations?
Yeah, I've never gotten over it because I was following along like, yeah. And then we got to that and it was just like, oh, and the atmosphere just dropped because it was just like, holy shit. Okay.
Wait, somebody you interviewed, this happened?
Yeah, this was a very, very, very early on. His name, it was Jake. I can't remember his last name.
Where did you meet this man?
They approached us about being on an episode, so...
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, and so a quick thank you to just everyone, all of our guests that we've had over the years. We have obviously had a bunch of the... everyone from Creative Horror be a guest at one point or another. But there was Jake. He came on and was really our guest. We had Cyrus, who is a digital artist and animator, who was a guest, and she was really great. Obviously, the people from 13th Door we were able to work with. I'm sure there's more than
the lady's name. She was a health.
Heather.
Heather. Yeah.
She's Alex's wife.
Oh yeah, Heather Donnelly, and then Alex Hatzberger.
He was also a guest with us.
Yeah, we played D&D with them actually.
Yeah,
so
nice. I have Alex helped me get my Gretzko tissue box cover, and that is one of my favorite things in my room. So I always think of him when I'm like, he helped me get this tissue cover. Yes. So yeah, just a quick thank you to all of our guests that we've had over the years.
A section of the show I enjoyed for a while, but I still kind of miss, since you're speaking of guests, and I want to make sure there was an element, is I miss the horror scopes a little bit, but those were fun. With Prince Scully. They were... We haven't heard anything from Prince Scully since they kidnapped the pasta shade. So.
Yes, and I'm sure they're up to no good with whatever they intended there, and I hope we just never hear of Prince Scully again.
I just wanted to acknowledge how fun the horoscopes were and how much I like Scully's theme music.
Bring it back. Bring it back.
Shut your mouth. No, I'll pass that along though, David, if I must.
All right.
Also,
remember that one where we talked about pirates for the 5 hours? That was a weird one.
Hey, the worst part is that now I probably could talk about pirates for 5 hours thanks to my girlfriend.
You have no idea.
Oh shit!
Yeah, I'm married to someone who will. Yes.
For those who don't know, Kayla and I have 2 themed rooms in our apartment. Our office is Pirates of the Caribbean, or just kind of pirate nautical themed.
Oh.
And our bedroom is Haunted Mansion themed. We call the upstairs of our apartment New Orleans Square.
So the only two things that my girlfriend's obsessed with. So 20 out of 20. This is
your girlfriend
amazing.
Sounds rad. Just
she's really into black sails, so I've learned a lot about pirates.
My good friend Ben Spiegel gave me the entire series on Blu-ray for Christmas.
Holy shit, it's so good.
I haven't started watching it yet, but I'm so excited.
It's so good.
Okay.
And is it a new show?
It's I don't remember. It's finished. It's pretty.
Oh.
I don't remember when it came out, but I feel like it was a mid
prequel to Treasure Island, but it's set in the historical golden age of pirates. So it's like Captain Flint meeting real pirates that were around during the era.
Yeah, and it takes place. So it takes place on Nassau, during that period of time where they ruled Nassau.
Hell yeah!
It's so cool.
So if I ever write about pirates, I have 2 people I can go to for research.
I wrote it's a trunk novel, but I wrote an entire novel, not necessarily about pirates, but about the Buccaneers that preceded them. So
fuck yes,
Maydecker.
Okay.
You've read it, I think.
I have it.
I thought you had.
I lost the file, but it is sitting literally on my desktop now. Because I'm gonna get that on my Kindle. I'm gonna sit and fucking read it finally.
Okay, cool.
I probably should reread it. It's been 6. You gave it to me when we first started dating, and I haven't read it since then.
And I haven't touched it since then either. So it's gonna be 6 years ago.
Many creative projects to read a novel.
Yeah. Is it fiction or nonfiction?
It's a fictional story in a non-fictional setting.
Okay. I was gonna say, so we have to read it, Seid, and then do we need to go onto David's show and basically be and here's what we shipped in this.
Yeah.
Oh, don't worry. Okay.
David promised me there would be something I'd ship in there.
Oh, there you go.
There's definitely something you'll ship in there. I promise.
Oh shit!
I mean, there's literally chips in it.
What is this? What are we discussing? How do I find this? Somebody share this with me.
Okay, hold on. It's not anywhere publicly. This is my trunk novel. I share it with
this is your own thing?
as I'm working. It's my early drafts of a novel that I'm actually seriously considering getting out there at some point. So
awesome.
If you want to read it and you promise not to share it with anyone else without my with my anyway, I'd be willing to share it. Talking about pirates makes absolute sense for a horror thing because we could talk about all the horrific things in that era.
Oh yeah, that's right.
That was a good episode where we talked for 5 hours about pirates and talked about all the horrific shit that happened back in that era.
We didn't have Ophelia for that one, so maybe if we take over UCA for an episode, that's one we can do.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I can't wait to talk about Ned Lowe, who once cut off a man's lips, boiled them, and force fed them to him.
Rude.
Amazing. So brutal. My favorite type of shit. Just like why? But also
it's the same man who, when asked why he was, even though he was incredibly brutal, he treated he treated his captors relatively well, especially the women. And when asked about it, he burst into tears and talked about how he had a young son at home and he wanted to be a good father.
Oh my god! I just love historical figures and how fucking wild and crazy their lives actually were.
Right.
It's just my favorite shit to learn about. Oh God, Jesse. What?
All right, Ophelia.
Go ahead. As it all goes. I'm so sorry that I had to interrupt. I was just so excited. So, because I was like, I have a conversation topic in case we didn't have anything to talk about, but we did. But this still is just so ridiculous to me, and I discovered it right before the call. So, oh my goodness, where is this? This headline from this film Twitter. Warner Brothers has signed a deal for an AI-driven film management system, which will help decision-making for greenlighting certain films.
So that's like a Netflix response then, huh?
Oh, yeah, well, and then the AI system can assess an actor's value in any territory and how much a film is expected to earn in theaters.
God, shoot me.
They're just taking away all of the humanity from the art.
I am legitimate, but that's... I remember reading that earlier, which is why you almost heard me throw down my headphones and walk away. That's legit horrifying to me.
Yeah, I was like, this is so grim. Like,
doesn't that cancel out like the development department altogether?
Yes.
Yeah.
Which is the part.
Way to continue getting rid of human interaction in any part of this medium.
There's no way. Like to some extent, it can't be replaced.
Well. And frankly, who cares? Because most of the shit I watch is not from a major studio anymore. So
good point.
They can have it.
I was just like, now they're just going to go back to producing like terrible propaganda, but it'll be worse because it'll all just be like only white dude action films. But they're like, we have no idea why our AI turned out to be so racist and boring at creating narratives.
When you watch stuff like on, not on cable, but on any platform like Hulu or Netflix or now Disney Plus, I have to wonder how much of it was generated by a computer because some of them were. I mean, you have no way of knowing, really.
There are so many where it's just like the entire narrative is just like crafted because they're like, this is going to sell the best.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Oh. And then now to the point where it's just like you can just see where all of their focus group money went into creating the shit they were going to market and sell as toys. Yeah, when it's like, okay, it's just the 80s again. Like, what was it? There was a poster for a Playmobil movie. Like,
that completely tanked. Like,
doesn't that exist?
Playmobil?
Yeah,
it's already out.
I was like, this is a Hasbro film. Like, what is this? 1987? Like,
oh no! I tried watching that Ralph Breaks the Internet movie, and that was a mistake. From watching the ads, but that movie is entirely it's product placement. It's for Barry you can imagine about the internet.
Yeah,
it was ridiculous.
Here's the funny part. I turned to David. I'm like, you know what? This movie is going to be so fucking dated years from now. Like, there's even moments in there that's already dated.
Yeah. Do you remember I responded like, this movie is dated now.
Yeah, when it comes out.
Now the movie is dated.
Which is funny because, like, the first movie, Wreck-It Ralph,
was really good.
Yeah,
it
was good.
It was timeless.
It was a retro.
Yeah,
it is.
Surprisingly, they made a video game movie that didn't feel dated, and because they did it in a smart way, I'm just kind of shocked that
and then they were like, Emoji Movie 2.0 is what this is going to be.
Are you fucking kidding me?
I mean, that's what Ralph 2 is pretty much.
Yeah.
Basically.
I love the characters though, so I don't mean to like riff on it that hard, but
I liked that.
The characters, like, I didn't finish the movie, but they were entirely just going, well, we're friends, and we're always going to be friends, and so the entire plot of the movie is we're friends.
Yeah, there is no character conflict in the movie.
I feel we've entered a new trend in movies where it's just like we can't do happy endings. Everybody's gotta separate at the end because bittersweet.
I like that we're just talking about now, like, Disney movies and shit. It's like it's now Anime Musings takes over.
The witching hour. We either always find a way to get to something gay or to something about Disney.
There's a couple paths.
Yeah. Oh, but speaking of Disney, I actually wanted to mention this to David and Kayla. Did you guys hear how they're going to take Scary out of the Snow White Scary ride?
Oh my god.
No.
Why?
Why? Oh, God.
What's happening?
I mean,
I think as
even scary.
Not really. Well, I mean, for a little kid, it could be a little creepy because like it kind of focuses more on the wit. It's Snow White's Scary Adventure or something like that. I think as of yesterday, which would be January 7th, the ride has been closed for refurb, and they're like, I guess there's talk that the ending's gonna be different, and that they're putting some new technology in there. But they're taking the scary out.
That womp.
Well, is it just the scary title out of it, or the word scary, or is it just
that's word for word what I heard. They're taking the scary out of Snow White Scary Adventure.
That could mean anything, yeah.
Yeah.
It's not like I've lost. It's not like I'm like just kind of jaded at this point about Disneyland. I think it's in a lot of ways, I feel like it's just everything I love and cherish will eventually disappear from that park.
Do you remember when they first put it out? Like how it was actually a lot more scarier?
Yeah, I loved it.
Like there was no Snow White. There was all just scary shit.
I remember when the first time I rode on Mr. Toad's Wild Ride, there was like actually fire in it. And
Oh man.
I gutted that one.
Damn.
Yeah.
Well, Mr. Toad's still there. There is that, and you still go to hell.
You still go to hell, yeah. Speaking of Disneyland, we did actually record an episode of The Witching Hour at Disneyland. Yes, we went to the Haunted Mansion. We're gonna do the whole like ghost hunter experience. And Abysme, do you remember? You got really excited because we did run into Zach Baggins there.
I kind of lost my shit when that happened because
yeah, that was nuts.
Like I know that he goes to like abandoned or like small theme parks, but never once did I think, he would go. But of course, he would do the Haunted Mansion and just make shit up.
And then when the ghost was in the cart with him, he caught real, actual evidence of ghosts.
Remember when Zach Baggins went to the fucking Enchanted Forest claiming it's haunted? What the fuck?
Well, here's the thing. He's I don't know if he ever breaks character, because I remember we were sitting in the car like next to him, right? And as soon as the hitchhiking ghost appeared next to him, he like T-posed. It was the craziest thing. It's like, and he got off. He's like, dude, I think it possessed me for a second there.
Of course, now he has a tattoo of the ghost on his back.
Yeah, specifically it's Gus. It's the ball the one with the ball and chain.
Right.
Yeah.
Did anyone like every like so often I will search like gossip news for this. This is the only thing I ever look for gossip on. He straight up punched Aaron at one point.
What?
Whoa.
Yeah.
Aaron from Game Grumps? Aaron?
No. Yes, Aaron from Game Grumps. Aaron Goodwin.
His lackey.
His lackey / Patsy, who he makes like do everything dangerous because he's too much of a coward. But like he just straight up like shoved him really hard at one point in the Haunted Mansion. I was like, oh shit.
Oh, in the Haunted Mansion?
Yeah.
I kind of blocked that part out because it made a lot of kids cry.
Our own investigation was completely derailed by his presence.
Like
is that why we never released that episode?
Yeah, unfortunately, but
was it just because the audio fucked up?
Too brutal.
It was a multiple of many things that just went wrong that day. That's why when we just went and got beignets and Kind of licked our wounds with some beignets.
Except for Alan.
Really
I wouldn't like to lick my wound with beignets.
Well, I mean, like, that's
sticky wounds.
I still think it's worse when he went to Enchanted Forest and actually said the words, does a soul has the imagination of children fill this theme park with ghosts. And I'm like, are you shitting me?
Wow.
That episode is purely an excuse to go to Aaron's hometown. Like, that is it.
Well, the funny part is...
Hey, Aaron, what if we how would you like to go to the Enchanted Forest for free with no crowds and just hang out there all night? Well, I can do that.
Well, the weird part is I know that's the reason we started doing that was like, oh my god, this is my childhood theme park. And either we're like, you want to watch this? I'm like, absolutely. And it was more magical than I could ever imagine.
I think the most magical thing that happened to us on that trip was when we were on Indiana Jones and it stopped.
Oh, that was so much fun.
That was great.
That was behind the scenes stuff you can't like pay for or watch. It just had to happen. It was great.
When we were at Indiana Jones, the ride stopped on us and all the lights came on.
Right before the bridge.
Right before the bridge, yeah.
And then
so you just got to see all of the magic.
Well, so it stopped, and then it started again. But when they restarted, the audio wasn't syncing with the sound effects, wasn't syncing with the ride, so it was slowly rebooting itself. Yeah. So we were seeing portions of the ride, and then it just sent us through the whole thing again, like with it fully working again. But that was so cool because you never get
it was.
I do have video. Not the greatest video, but I do have video of us, just sitting around, and then when the ride does start up, we start moving, and they switch the lights back off, but there's still no audio for like a few seconds.
Yeah.
And then they just turn it back, and I was like, da 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 da.
Yeah, I literally like, ah!
A little crazy.
The first time we were actually scared on this ride because of the sound. We're actually
I love that.
Assaulted with the sound effect.
John Williams' music's attacking us. Ah!
You guys remember that episode you did about the Sasquatch that got shaved?
That was unfortunate, but
I mean it is a weird tale of kidnapping, but the fact that he just like beats that dude behind the KFC just still makes me laugh to this day.
I thought it was an Arby's.
Oh, whichever one. Insert fast food.
No, it was definitely a KFC. Oh, God.
Wasn't there like 5 half-naked men running around during that?
And we couldn't tell which one was the Sasquatch. It was difficult.
Yeah, it makes you wonder if maybe Sasquatch was just some dude in the woods who just really let it go.
Some 7-foot tall dude in the Northwest, probably.
There's a lot of them here, so.
He's just living on a commune somewhere.
That looks surprisingly like a lumberjack.
Perhaps unusually so.
Yeah, lumberjacked.
We're not top of that.
Remember that episode where we just let all of our pets take over? Like we took a breather and it was just all of our respective pets sitting in front of the microphones making noises. That was a good one.
Occasional sounds.
Yeah, pretty much. That was good. Like I didn't realize that Gracie and Lady would have such great chemistry, but they did.
Yeah, that was surprising. She gets along well with dogs, just not with other cats. So I'm sorry for anything Lady said to Mouse.
Mouse. We apologize for all the hissing.
Mouse hates everybody and everything, so don't feel bad.
I mean, that's okay because Gracie hates all of their dogs, but she gets along famously with cats, so it's okay. So she didn't. She wasn't.
That explains what was going on between Gracie and Luna then.
Yeah. But I mean, they by the end when they found the common ground, that was actually pretty heartwarming.
Yeah. So sweet.
Yeah. It was more like a debate about what scares them, and I think that's why it was such a tense episode in places, you know?
Yeah. What really surprised me was just how foul-mouthed Wanda was, though. Like, Ophelia, what are you teaching your cat?
I am not surprised, honestly, though.
You know,
my
she
favorite
house full of sailors.
My favorite episode was the follow-up episode where we then tried to translate all of the meowing and the hissing and the barking
and the
into intelligible conversation.
Yeah, that took a lot of work, but
that was disturbing. I never want to read that again.
I mean, there's a lot we just could not.
I didn't know Wanda admitted to some of her war crimes that I never thought I'd get out of her.
Gosh. You said how many to their deaths?
Under what circumstances?
You were only following orders?
I also apologize for all of my sexual advances.
Oh, yeah.
Once we had translated, I had no idea how much innuendo she was using.
Yeah.
Just filthy.
It's disgusting.
I mean, they are animals.
And they take after us, so.
Yeah, but she's Spade.
Oh, maybe that's why.
It never stops them.
It's all these foul-mouthed YouTubers that they just stay up late at night watching. They're learning it from them, clearly.
Have you ever come downstairs and seen, like, Mouse, like, sitting up and watching, I don't know,
PewDiePie?
Yeah.
All the time. All the time.
Gracie hasn't lowered herself that
She's
far.
more into Markiplier because he's that much more handsome.
She likes his voice. I mean, she was when we first adopted her, she found out that I worked in proximity with him on Random Encounters musicals.
Proximity? He kissed you on the face.
What? Yeah, that's proximity, Kayla. It was very, very close proximity.
It had a lot of proximity, that kiss.
That's not a bit, by the way. That actually happened.
No, that actually did happen.
Is enough for me to start shipping something, so be careful.
Actually, one of the things that follows is after he kisses David on the forehead.
It's the forehead.
One of the characters
says... Thank you for clarifying, because I was like, lips?
No,
tongue?
Forehead.
Nape of the neck? Go on.
There's a character afterward that says, I ship it. They told me later that in another video you were with Markiplier that there was supposed to be a moment that he was going to kiss you on the lips, and I'm like, what the fuck? What the fuck are you guys trying to do here?
We're trying to get that Joshi money.
Yeah.
There's good money to be made in that market.
Yeah, there's $2 in that market. I am 20 days older than Markiplier.
Only 20 days?
Only 20 days. That was it.
Wait, is he a Gemini or is it?
He's a Cancer. He's 30, like I am.
Oh,
okay.
Yeah.
I was like, damn.
Since we do have Ophelia,
I was right about to put myself on mute and then start chomping on a sandwich.
Oh.
So
first, I'm going to make you comment about everyone's astrological sign.
Oh, God damn it.
Oh,
everyone has a different sign.
No way.
Yes.
Do we really?
Only you would pay attention to these things.
Well, since we don't have Prince Scully here to do our horoscopes, then yeah, sure, that makes sense.
I'd love my horoscope read.
Not in depth, but okay. Well, no, okay.
All right, are we round tabling this? Are we going to each name our signs?
Am I just dunking on signs?
Yeah. Whatever you want to say about whatever sign, you know.
Oh, no.
Yeah, okay, here's an idea.
Gonna be like some shit that I don't.
Here's an idea. Just go through the signs, and then after you dunk on it, whoever's sign that is, speak up.
Oh, God, no.
Okay.
Yeah, let's do that. I like it.
That's just terrible.
Do it.
I'm just gonna say some really weird shit because, like, I'm a weird person who pays weird autistic attention to weird threads between signs. So, Aries, for some reason, they are very into being CEOs. They are also very into running weapons manufacturers. So, not a big fan of them right now. I was trying to figure out which one of the signs made the worst capitalists, because for a very long time I thought it was Capricorns. And then I dug deeper. Right across that damn board, it's Aries. Don't know what they're up to. I think it's the ruthlessness with which it's necessary to become a capitalist.
Now, when you say worst capitalists, you mean like the most egregiously evil capitalists, or the people worst at being capitalists?
Most egregiously capitalist. So if it's something that you're good at, then right. So I would say they're very, very good at it. But of course,
they're good at it, and therefore,
I don't think any of us are Aries, are we?
Sophia was an Aries.
And I do like them. I've had a lot of great Aries friends, right? Like there's
now the backtracking.
Like, no, well, Aries has a lot of good energy, too. Everyone's got great energy, I say, as, like, a weird granola hippie. Get ready to listen to a Marxist-Leninist granola hippie lesbian tell you all about...
Let's do this.
Oh my god, what is happening right now?
I don't know, but I love it.
I'm not trying to do an order. Taurus. I love Taurans. Taurans are great. They love food, and for some reason, shoes. I haven't figured that one out yet.
Oh my god, my sister is a Taurus, and yeah, she's a shoe. Well, she's just a materialistic. And she
likes fashion.
Oh, well, she loves items. She loves clothes. They love
clothes, and it's like, and the thing is that it's like they love to be comfortable, and they're kind of stubborn in how much they love to be comfortable, and so it's very easy for them to be like, I'm going to spend more of my money on food and shoes than I spend on other things, and it's like valid. So I'm like, you know what? Fair. So they're very treat yourself sign.
Okay, but I don't think any of us in the group here are Taurus.
Damn. Okay. No. Aries, Taurus, Gemini. That's me. Yeah. We're air signs. I'm a problem. Geminis make the worst presidents. We shouldn't be president, which is why terrible presidents have only been our legacy. According to myself, the stars. Okay, my personal opinion on it is that I'm way too radical to be the president, because I'm just like, no. If I decide I feel some way about something, I only feel hardcore about that thing. As evidenced by Donald Trump, our resident hardcore coked out Gemini president.
Oh, no.
Oh, if you were president, you'd start a war with Iran.
Like, I would hope that if Ophelia were president, their first act would be just abolish capitalism and save the planet.
Yeah,
it would basically be abolish capitalism and sustainable agriculture now, forever, bitch. Like, so I guess what we're doing. We're doing everything that Cuba does. Everybody gets free fucking healthcare. Everybody gets...
Cuba.
Yes.
Cuba.
So, for example, Gemini presidents, George H.W. Bush. And his wife, both Geminis, their child, kind of a disaster. Every Bush child, a disaster.
Terrible people.
Probably more about them just being wealth and privileged, but still, I like to make jokes. So, for the record, most of these hilarious jokes, but also, I have ridiculous stigmas about every sign because I've just collected all of this knowledge.
Okay.
All right.
One time, I worked at a pharmacy. And during that time, I kept tabs on every sign and how frequently they took certain pills.
Oh my god!
Oh my god!
Do we want to sprinkle that knowledge in as we talk about as you carry on through the signs? Because now I'm curious.
This one takes Xanax.
Yeah. Oh god,
bro. Okay, Aquarians and antidepressants though. Like,
yeah, I can believe that.
And so it's like, and it like makes sense, and they all make sense though too. So the Geminis with ADHD through the roof. But the thing with Geminis and ADHD is that we all got the ADHD, but we've also got depression because we're all over the place. And so there were very many of us who were both. And I was like, oh, I see this. We're on a whole ass cocktail. That sounds accurate. The happiness cocktail and the keep you from being too happy cocktail. Okay.
Next.
Cancers. Oh god, my first water sign. Cancers are a fucking mystery because I've been trying to make sense of all the wealthy elite Cancers. For some reason, almost all of the cast members from The Office are Cancers.
Wow.
Really?
Yeah. Now it's turned into just weird fucking facts. But they can also be very traditional and family oriented. So if you get them on the like hardcore trad wife shit, like they'll just be like, oh yeah, we'll just like go hella Nazi, like hardcore. Like if you just like, you're just like, we'll give you a medal for having 5 babies, and they're just like, sure.
Right.
Holy shit.
Like, I say that with love. And it's just, and then I'll murder anyone who looks at my babies the wrong way. And it's just like, yeah, valid. And it doesn't necessarily have to be actual babies. It can be original characters. You're just like, you're very defensive of your own creations, which is like very fair. Like,
yeah. Hey, Seid.
Yeah.
Hey, Seid. Los Congrejos.
Yeah.
Okay. What?
Los Congrejos.
Los Congrejos. It's the crabs in Spanish.
Oh yes.
We just on Darkly Lit. We just read 5 Midnights, and there's a group of five boys who are all born in July, and their group is known as Los Congrejos.
Mm-hmm.
It's really great.
Oh my gosh, yes. So Cancers, I do love Cancers. Oh, very prone to becoming alcoholics, which you know.
Hey, I got a family member who's Cancer and dealt with alcoholism. So
water signs in general struggle with that a lot because they just feel everybody's emotions all the time for some reason. And I do not know what it is about Cancer specifically, but I've met many an ex-alcoholic Cancer in my life. Like, an exceedingly alarming amount.
Holy crap! I just realized there's 2 family members who are Cancer and I hadn't dealt with alcoholism. What the fuck?
Damn.
Yeah. Be careful, Jess.
Yeah, don't get too sad. Don't let too many people's feelings in.
Well, okay, here's my trick. I just feed off of people's feelings. So if they're feeling miserable, I just turn that into energy, and I'm pretty good about not drinking. I only drink when I hang out with you guys.
That's true.
That's fair.
We only drink when we go really specifically, because there's still liquor in our liquor cabinet that you got us like 2 years ago.
Okay, and then after Cancer is a Leo. I have a Leo moon, so I'm kind of biased. I love Leos. I've noticed that they've got some bad traits recently, which I don't usually admit to because everything about Leos is great. And like most fire signs, pretty fantastic. I like their get up and go energy. I like the fact that they only make impulsive decisions, which I, as a person with ADHD, also relate to. I've realized recently with Leos in my life and Leos that I've run into in the outside world that I think sometimes they enjoy negative attention too. And so they kind of like to start shit. And I'm like, what is this that I've noticed? And so and not start shit in a bad way, but they'll kind of needle you with things that you're like, I'm going to see if I can make this person a little bit angry so that they will pay attention to me and entertain me. Much like cats. The cat energy is really there. But also Leos are beautiful and incredibly charismatic. So a lot of them have been world leaders, I've found. It's very interesting for a fire sign, right? Because the ambition is there, and then the charm is there. I would vote for a lion to be king, right? So, there, it makes complete fucking sense.
I vote for Simba.
I also smoked a bowl before this, so
also the mayor.
Always assume Ophelia has smoked a bowl. Okay, we don't have a Leo though, do we?
No Leos.
No.
How have we not gotten to? Wait, did we have a Gemini?
You're the Gemini.
You're the Gemini.
Just me? Shit.
Yeah.
Yeah,
we got 6. Okay, there's
they're all going to be at the end.
Yeah, they're all going to be at the end.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. Oh man, good content coming up. All right. So Virgos weird fucking music. That is something I've discovered recently. Not why they've got the craziest music taste, and it's every time I'm oh yeah, I like weird fucking music. I'll listen to anything, except for rap and country because I'm white. But but it's no. They're just oh yeah, you want to listen to some dude get really high on acid and bang some pots and dance together, and you're what the fuck? And they're I find it really relaxing. It's Virgo, what is going on in your head? And so Virgos, of course, the stereotypes about Virgos is that they're very detail oriented, but it's and that they're very critical, and it isn't that they're very, and I have always felt it isn't necessarily that they're critical and detail oriented as to be mean. It's because they have a lot of control anxiety issues. And that's because they're an earth-based sign, and earth signs want to be comfortable, and they want to just they want everything to be the same for the most part in their environment, and that does not happen to Virgos a lot. And so they are very particular about things, and I enjoy that about them. And they've got a look to them. There are so many Virgo women that I have, and I'm also a gay, so they're all pretty, and everybody's pretty, but this and Virgos are great. Virgos are fantastic. And then after Virgos is Libra.
Wait, do we have a Virgo?
Oh.
Yeah, me.
Hey. And I do like weird music. I would argue. Abysme, what do you think?
Yeah, you like some weird music. Yeah, you're a bit of a detail and control freak, but only for the things you like.
It's the ones where I share traits with it. It's the hardest for me to recognize in myself. And then people will be oh, you do that thing. And I'm oh.
Okay, let's move on to Libra.
Yes, Libras. Libras are air signs, which it means that air signs are flighty. Libras are fantastic because they're very intellectual. They're extremely charismatic, and sometimes that makes it so some people will see that and immediately distrust them because they're why do so many people like that person? I'm threatened by this. So for me, for example, I can basically spot a Libra in a crowd, which I don't know why, but I can catch them. They got Libra energy. They got magic. They've got an aura. I say a crazy high
granola hippie.
Oh my gosh.
And so Libra's charismatic, very good at fashion, very good with aesthetics, like color theory, right? They have a natural talent for it, of course. So, like, everybody, you don't necessarily have to, like, it's not like you're born with these things, but they have a talent for it, I feel like, which is very unique. They also are weirdly fidgety with their hands. I have not figured that one out. And will, like, put things in their mouth or mess with them in their hands anytime that they are very engaged in speaking. And I have met like 5 different Libras who do this. And they're all adorable. I love Libras. Libras are great. Libras know all sorts of weird shit. Usually know a lot of shit, history, fashion, stuff to do with art and aesthetics and beauty, usually.
Holy shit.
Yep.
I believe Alan is a Libra?
Alan is a Libra, but so is David's brother. Robin is a Libra as well.
Mhm.
And damn, that kind of nails Robin really well.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And they're like so good at getting attention without even trying, but they also do try, right? So following Libras are Scorpios. They will, like, if you end up in a friendship or a relationship with a Scorpio that for any exceedingly length of time, like, that will mark you for life. Scorpios are incredibly, like, I don't know how to describe them. That is not the cheesy astrological bullshit that's like, they're so mysterious and blah, blah, blah. But it's like, they can sense other people's energy in ways that other people fucking cannot. And so they'll like know your motivations before even you know your motivations in some of your interactions with other people. And so they can tell pretty quickly whether or not they trust you. And that like throws people off a lot, right? And so a lot of people think that they can be very quiet, and it isn't necessarily that they're introverted, but for the most part, they're just like, they got a lot of shit that they're dealing with. And like, and of course, and then Scorpios are just like weird and kinky, and they love sex. And that, of course, is just some shit that like everyone just knows about Scorpios, right? And I didn't say that about Taurans. Taurans also are weird in the bedroom for some reason, and you totally don't expect it. So then there's also that. There's that. But, but at the same time, it's like, emotional relationships for Scorpios have to be very, very, they're very important. And so they have to be like very intellectual, and it has to be somebody that you actually trust. And so you'll form bonds with people. Scorpios form bonds with people for friendships for life. And they will hold grudges for their friends until death, dude. If you want a friend to like murder somebody who said some shit about you behind your back, you gotta get a Scorpio in there and just be like, so they were talking shit, and they're like, oh, okay, you want me to kill that person? Like, yeah.
Oh, I'm glad we got a Scorpio then.
Hi, I'm a Scorpio.
Wow.
I'm sitting here looking at my wife and being like, yep.
No, well,
yep.
Does she have homicidal tendencies?
Not that I know of.
No, not really.
Then we have Sagittarians. Sagittarians are great. And, I have found that, like, the male Sagittarians are always incredibly skeptical of astrology. They're like, this shit's dumb. And, like, I don't believe this shit fucking at all. And I'm like, yeah, okay. Like, and I'm just like, I'm glad that you are reliably like this. And then I love it because I'm like, I can never tell them. I can never just be like, hey, like a Sagittarius. Like, there's this aspect to Sagittarius. It's a fire sign. So there's a certain level of impulsiveness. They give off this energy that I think is because of how close they are to Capricorn, where it's like they seem like they totally have their adult shit down, and they'll totally like take control of a situation and be like, oh yeah, I'll handle all the adult shit in this situation. And then you find out that like they don't have their adult shit together. They're just like really lucky. Like, and it's just like, how this entire time have you just been like, it's just like, just good shit just kind of like happens to you, like financially, right? And it's just like, and not necessarily like in a cheating way, but in this way where it's just like, oh yeah, you can know a little bit less about the system and it'll still kind of work out for you. And I haven't figured this one out yet, of course, but also Sagittarians are very, they're attuned to like the philosophical and the spiritual in this way that is interesting. And so they're very intellectual in this, like, sort of like always questioning things in in a philosophical sort of way, but that also has this kind of paranormal, supernatural aspect to it, where it's like, you know what, and maybe this weird shit's real, which I think is part of why the staunch atheist, free will is real dudes are like, no, and I'm like, oh, that's because you got that little tickle in you that's like, haha, maybe there's some fucked up weird hippie energy in the world. Maybe auras are real. Maybe ghosts are real. And yeah, so I've met loads of Sagittarians who believe in ghosts and all that sort of stuff. Like, they're usually pretty open-minded on that aspect. But yeah, weirdly just lucky with finances. On the surface, you look at that person, you're like, they got their adult life together, and then you like get to really know them, and you're just like, what the fuck? And you're like, why not me? Like, yeah.
Why not me? Yes. I kind of have that thought process with my Sagittarius friends sometimes.
We got Sagittarius.
We do Sagittarius, yeah.
David is.
Oh my fucking god.
David and I are not 13 days apart, but it's a year minus 13 days apart. So like it's like, happy birthday, Kayla. We're gonna be the same age for 13 days, and then.
Oh, I love it.
That's spooky as shit.
You are a lucky son of a bitch. You really
No,
are.
I know this. I know.
Are you really though? I mean, some unlucky things have happened to you.
That's true. You've had some.
Yeah, but for the most part, I've lived a fairly charmed life. Let's be honest, because I look at people around me, I go, "You mean that's just not how it is?"
Right? What?
The thing that gets to me is the whole seems like they have their shit together, don't actually have their shit together.
Yeah. Like, that one is just like so haunting. I'm like, holy shit. And it took me forever to figure that one out with y'all, because like you looked so good at it. And it was like, and I would just realize like, oh man, this is the adult. And I would just like totally buy it. And then it was like, wait, we are both not adult. It's like not ready. But I still delegate to the Sagittarians. Like, I'm just like, nope, you take control of this situation.
We do our best. We at least try to make it look like we know what we're doing.
Incredible.
Fake it till you make it.
Sagittarius.
Fake it till you make it. Next one is Capricorn.
That's right. Capricorn is my favorite name of all the signs. Random thought. Does it sound cool? Capricorn.
Capricorn does sound cool. They've also got like one of the dopest like actual like shapes of signs, right? Because they're just like a mergoat situation. Yeah. And I'm just like, yeah, I want to be half fish, half fucking goat. Like, that rules. I want some agender twins. That'd be kind of dope. Like, it's usually either, 2 girls, 2 guys, or like a girl like and a boy twin. But I'm just like, how about some alien twins with no gender? How about we mix it? So Capricorns. Capricorns are one of my favorites. Y'all are an earth sign. Capricorns are workaholics, and I hate just saying shit that's like, oh, this is the stereotype of this sign, but I will go into further detail. Capricorns have this life trajectory, right, that I've noticed, at least in the famous ones, that is absolutely fantastic, because there are a lot of very famous Capricorns who have this issue, where they will dedicate every single waking hour of their life to working, right? And working on whatever projects and stuff is the most important to them. But they're the ones who are just like, oh, 60-hour weeks? Like, that's normal. And if anybody else doesn't do it, they're a fucking pussy. And they are not trying hard enough, right? And so, which is part of why I think Capricorns do well under capitalism, because capitalism works very well for Capricorns as a meritocracy for the type of work that Capricorns are great at doing.
Capitalism?
And I haven't figured it. Yeah, that's why. Right? Why? Anyway. Why is it there? It's even in the name. Oh my god, you'll always see these Capricorn memes where it's just like, here's the Capricorn baby, and it's a baby with like a fat stack of hundreds. Like,
oh my god.
And so what I've noticed is the overall tragedy of the Capricorn life is this strive to achieve all of these things, and then realizing and then hitting like 60 years old and realizing that you've put aside way too much of your own family and friends this whole time, and then becoming an alcoholic and fucking dying tragically in some horrible way.
Oh my god.
And this is like all of these famous ones, right? So this isn't necessarily going to happen to average people, but I love these famous Capricorn stories, because why the fuck are they all the same? So like, Richard Nixon, explain. That dude is like, man, I got so much goddamn ambition, and that ambition will wreck the shit out of a Capricorn if they let it get too out of hand. Like, it will, their comeuppance will be identical to the amount of ruthless.
So that wasn't one of the previous ones that was a bad president? This is a different president. Well, you said one of the signs was a bad president.
Oh, Gemini. Yes. It is the Gemini president, George H.W. Bush.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
All right. I assumed that would include Nixon, but
no. So Nixon was a Capricorn.
There's no doubt in my mind Nixon was a Capricorn.
Oh yeah. Clearly. Alexander Hamilton, also a famous Capricorn who went down hardcore Capricorn style. God, Joseph Smith, like the dude who founded the Mormon Church. Do you know how that guy died? Because like I started recently learning a bunch of shit about the Mormon Church because it's very fascinating from a U.S. history perspective. And one of my friends is an ex-member who escaped, and so he tells me all sorts of crazy shit. Joseph Smith was beaten to death by a mob of 200 people.
Oh my god!
In a prison.
Jeez.
Wow.
Yeah. Because he had like taken over this town and like shut down the newspapers that were critical of the Mormon Church and critical of all this shit. And then so the town just got a whole mob together. And I was like, a mob, like 20 people, and they were like, no, 200 fuckers. And I was like, okay. And it's just like 200 dudes. So yeah, Capricorn style. It's like it's just that. It's the absolute like made for TV movie like situation. And it's that ruthless ambition. But y'all can work like 45, 50-hour weeks and just not get burnt out. And that's the kind of dedication I wish I had to being able to improving myself. Like, Capricorns are the ones who are like, I don't understand why lifting yourself up by your bootstraps doesn't work for everybody, because I was the only person willing to work hard enough to make that shit work in this totally unfair system where it does not function. And so I'm like, yeah, like, Capricorns will also be willing to make a lot of compromises to get what they want, but very specific compromises. So I've noticed many Capricorns who are just like, I will find a sugar daddy in my interim time. And I'm just like, yeah, you do you. Oh yeah, man, I know so many Capricorns doing that weird shit. They have like no qualms about like taking other people's money, which is like totally fine. Like, because I'm also like, take rich people's money, take it. They're not using it for anything. It needs to be recirculated into the economy anyway. Mm-hmm. So that's Capricorns. Capricorns will work ruthlessly hard. Need to try to like keep a work-life balance and not necessarily working very, very hard. Very intelligent.
I am the Capricorn, and boy, do I wish I was a workaholic. I don't get it.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
I need to read your whole ass chart again, because yours was a really fascinating one.
Well,
I think it's still in my app.
I think, but you know what? Like, the thing that's interesting about that is I do not have the workaholic of the Capricorn, but I have a lot of the other traits regarding them.
Oh,
but
I absolutely believe it. What was your birthday day again?
December 25th.
Okay, yeah.
Wait,
okay.
Seriously?
Yeah.
That's right on Christmas?
Yep, right on Christmas.
Oh my god, I'm so sorry.
Fucking Capricorns having to share a birthday with Jesus. That's one of the funniest things about it.
So I think there's 2 more signs, and let's get through those. I don't think we have either of these signs.
What are you talking about? You're missing.
We're missing Abysme, but I think he was actually Aquarius.
Oh, you're right. Yeah.
Up.
No, he's an Aquarius.
We haven't done Aquarius yet.
No, we haven't done Aquarius.
Shit.
Oh,
Yeah,
we just started with this. Good job, everybody.
Great job, everybody.
We suck.
No, Aquarians are great because Aquarians lead these wacky ass double lives, and they're really good at it, which is like some shit that I don't get. And so like Aquarians can totally, and this is why they make the best presidents for some reason. So they make the most frequent presidents. That we have had 5 presidents that have been Aquarians. That's like the most presidential of all. Like, very many politicians are Aquarians, and for some reason it's because they can be like really weird. This is some fucking Aquarians. I love this shit. So they'll have this like totally like outside persona that they can just be like, yep, what's up? I'm a normal person and I do normal person things. And then at home they're like, I draw furry porn for a living. And you're like, oh, okay, right?
Holy
like,
shit.
So like Aquarians are the ones to just like have like the radically different like at home lives, and you're always like, that person's got like weird nerdy intellectual shit that they like that they're not telling you about. Like, and I remember reading one of my coworkers on that real hard, and she was like, oh my god, you're right. And like one day she like introduced me to her music, and she seemed like a nice good Christian woman, and then it's just this like crazy like death punk metal from like the 70s that's all about piss and shit, and I'm like, holy crap, like people are amazing. And Aquarians have all sorts of ridiculous secrets under their fucking belts, which is why
are they secrets if I constantly talk about them on Twitter?
No, it's
right.
Like,
yeah. Well, the thing is that like,
well, compared to your work life versus your
yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
His family, like his immediate family. I mean, he's a completely different person.
Yeah, you guys are so
True.
good at that shit. What the fuck?
Okay.
Pisces, I know. Pisces,
Yeah,
last
I
one.
hear
Or
about
Pisces.
Pisces is the last one, and
Ain't no Pisces here, so.
But whoever's listening who is a Pisces is like,
Pisces wants to know.
I keep forgetting that we're actually recording this and human beings are going to hear it. So maybe that means I'm creating excellent content. It's probably terrible. So Pisces, who I love also because I love them all. They're all my own little gremlin children disasters in their own ways, and they all have their flaws and they all have their perfect little quirks, like the Aquarians being into absolutely nasty.
The entirety of people is your children?
It's my children, exactly. And that's why I'm a communist. So it's just I just love people so damn much that I just need to kill a couple of them and redistribute their wealth so that the rest of us can live fair and free.
Okay, Pisces. Let's talk about Pisces.
So Pisces. I'm kidding. JK NSA. Pisces are one of the water signs, so very not necessarily super emotional, but very attuned to other people's emotions. And the one thing with the Pisces is that people always mistake them for being very demure and super sweet, and they're kind of calculating a little bit. Pisces also get a lot of responsibility hefted upon them that they don't necessarily ask for, because people just look at them and go, that person looks like an adult. And that's what happened to George Washington. That's what happened to a lot of early presidents. A lot of founding fathers were Pisces, which is fascinating. So what's the other thing about, so the most recent discovery that I found with Pisces that I think I should share is that they will be so sweet on the surface, and then they can have this just absolutely ruthless, savage fucking quips about people that will come out every once in a while out of their mouths and just floored, absolutely destroys me. So coworkers and other people I've met where they're like, oh, they'll just be super sweet to this woman, and then they turn around, they look at me, and they're just like, damn, I hate that bitch. And I'm like, what? So there's a secret, deep, dark little, I don't know, it's some Scorpio energy that's that water energy that's in there. And I'm just like, what is this fomenting in all of the water signs? That it's just man, sometimes everybody else's emotions are too many. And you guys are just like, guess what? Fuck people, actually, because we're tired of feeling your emotions for you. And it's just you know what? Valid. So that's my Pisces story.
Okay.
Yay!
My partner is actually a Pisces.
Oh, yeah, and you've got that, water sign shit going on.
Mm-hmm.
Lots of crying, lots of drama.
Oh, no!
But, and I say this with love, because it means that you're, emotionally, intelligent. You, communicate in this way, right? Where it's Brett and I, fuck. Do we ever, no. The only way we talk, if I weren't making fun of, sapiosexual as a thing, Brett and I are no, we're sapiosexuals. There you go. For each other. There you go. That's it. It's just that's what we do. That's what you get when you smush two air signs together. We're just oh, yes, what we do for fun is talk about agriculture in 17th century France.
And pirates.
Which is actually some shit she's talked about before.
Oh, wow.
And pirates, yeah. And fucking so much pirate.
Pirates!
But hey guys, remember that episode where Ophelia told us our astrological signs are like fire?
Listen,
that was good.
No,
I forgot about that one.
I'm bummed Alan missed it, but Alan will be joining us later. But yeah, that was enlightening. I do love that everyone in our group is a different sign.
Yeah.
How is that a thing? Wait, what's Alan?
Yeah, Alan is Libra.
Don't I have him in my phone still? Probably.
You might. Because you met him already.
I was drunk, so I remember furiously punching his astrological details into my app where I collect every human being I ever speak to.
I remember what I enjoyed about that episode was when you realized that he was a descendant of Lon Chaney, and you were like,
what? Oh, God, yes!
That's when you called me out by my middle name.
That's when it happened. Right.
It all's coming back full circle.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
Listen, I wasn't fucking ready. Oh, God.
Hardly any of us were. How many creative horror? How many horror groups or horror networks can brag that they have a Chaney in their roster?
In their roster, God, the fucking Cheneys. I know too much about them now.
Hello, and welcome back to the Witching Hour. We're talking about cats.
No.
What else did you know?
No. Not talking about it again.
The true horror story of our time.
So we have Alan now. And unfortunately, we're down a few people. Alan missed Ophelia's astrological, not exactly readings, but commentary.
Anecdotal evidence.
I'm trying to remember what Ophelia said about Libras, but it's already escaping me. But I know Alan's a Libra.
Well, basically, they were saying Libras are great, so...
Yes, and Libras are great. Alan is great. That's really all we need to say about that.
Hello,
I like
I'm
Libras.
Alan, I am a Libra, and I am rad.
Libras are great. Libras are great.
If you saw me with, like, a pack of bubblegum, and, like, I only had, like, 2 pieces left, and I put a piece in my mouth, and you were, like, just looking at me, you wouldn't even have to ask. I'd be like, hey, man, you want this last piece of bubblegum? And that's it.
And then you put that one in your mouth, too. No.
Not to toot my own horn or anything.
Oh, that's nice.
All right. We've been recording for a while now, so we are a little burned out. But thank you to you guys who stuck around, and to our listeners who have stuck around this long. If you're still listening, because I don't know, should I break this up into 2 episodes, or should I just release all 2 hours that we got so far?
Make it it's an extravaganza and a finale, and you should have it all be one big brouhaha.
Giant brouhaha. But I kind of like the idea of also getting, we hit 80 episodes.
No, I think, you have, to reach 100, you'd need 20. I think you should release this in, 5-minute segments. Over the course of a couple weeks.
Genius, Paprika. Why, I should have just had you run,
right?
Everything. You know what? Yeah, just take everything. You run everything.
Sure, it will totally happen and get done if you make that wise decision.
So I heard we were talking about our favorite memories of the show.
Yes. We've shared a few now, and we've made some for this episode too. But I'm curious, what was your favorite episode, Alan, or what's your fondest memory?
My favorite episode was without a doubt the episode where we were at the Oscars. I don't know if maybe our viewers' memory is a little short, but we collectively wrote, produced, and directed. Some of us starred in, if I remember correctly, the sequel to The Bye Bye Man.
Yeah, we did that.
Called The Hi Hi Man?
It's the sequel, so it was called The Bye 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 Man.
Oh, okay.
Baby, bye, bye, bye.
I was about to say, it was pretty great how we managed to, get the rights from NSYNC to put that in there.
Yeah.
We got them to record a new version of the song where they said bye a whole extra time.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I thought we circumvented the copyright by saying bye one more time. That was the plan, right?
That was the plan.
That was initially the plan, but our test of the movie went so well. The studio gave us the funds to go ahead and reunite the boys, get them back in the booth, and say bye an additional time.
We managed to remix it so we didn't have to keep them that long, but for the time we had them there, they were really great. Honestly, they're good guys.
And Joey Fatone himself said, "Hey guys, if we signed off on it, couldn't you just take one of the byes we've already said and edit it into the chorus a 4th time?" And I slapped him across the face.
Well, I mean, you got it.
I'm surprised he said that because he's still a working actor, and he would have.
Yeah, and at the time, he was also on The Masked Singer as the rabbit, so he was having to balance that on top of recording with us for the movie. So.
Yeah. I'm surprised I don't remember this all as well as I should, but all I remember is that it was just such a magical night.
Yeah.
It was such a magical night.
So much coke with Gwyneth Paltrow. I'm surprised you remember anything.
I was wearing such a beautiful gown.
You had the most stunning gown. I was freaking jealous. I gotta admit.
I don't remember what I was wearing. It was just a magical night.
But you were wearing your hat.
I feel it brought the weed, so
Well, it's like Paprika said, that Coke was dope as hell. So
I'm not sure it was Coke.
Was it Coke? Well, maybe it was Coke.
It honestly could have been.
I don't know. Gwyneth just was like, hey, this is your first Oscars, right? And I was like, yeah. She's like, come here. And then she gave me a substance.
I lost count.
It might have been good for you. It might have been enchanted drugs. We don't know.
Magic.
You should be happy she didn't offer you a rock to shove up your ass.
Right.
I know my limits. I would have said no.
Wait.
I would have respectfully said no.
David, would you tell us if she did?
Now, I would have, but I already had so much other stuff up my ass.
It's like
I think David's never gonna tell us.
My gown did not have pockets. So
I know that's the rough thing with that.
No, that's the thing about gowns. You either announce they have pockets if they do, or you don't mention it if they don't. I'm sorry you don't know this particular cultural trait, Alan.
No, and then there's the third option, which I did, which was just I informed everyone I was keeping all my stuff up my butt.
Okay.
Which kind of
you could have gone with a clutch, but they're fucking annoying to carry around. I get why you did that.
He didn't have a designer for his clutch, so he had to go.
Yeah, if you also didn't have one to go with the gown, then that's obviously no.
There was this whole bidding war, and honestly, it got really ugly.
So what you got was a designer butt cavity, right?
Yes.
Instead.
Hey, so considering I was severely out of it, and the spectacle of it was just kind of what I remember. How did we do?
I lost track of how many awards we took home, to be honest.
I think we won enough that each of us have one on display in our rooms, right?
Mine. Yeah.
Well, that explains that gold statue that we've been using as a way to keep Gracie from pushing doors open when we wanted to leave us alone.
Yeah, they are pretty heavy.
It's probably not pure gold either, so.
What? Well, that's probably why we couldn't sell it.
Little known fact, most of the weight is actually the music box that's hidden in the base. And, I don't know if you know this, there's a certain way you can flick a switch on there. Plays the Humpty Dance by Digital Underground.
Okay, I gotta go find that. Hold on a sec, guys.
Wait a minute. Mine plays Toxic by Britney Spears. What?
Huh.
It's weird.
I thought they were customized just for us, because mine plays the new version of Bye 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 Bye.
Huh. Is that the wait? Was that award? Was that the award for like best music or best whatever that Oscar's called?
Yeah.
Best soundtrack, best score.
I'm thinking whoever.
Yeah, I think that's the one I got.
We took home best picture. We took home best script. Daniel Day-Lewis took home best actor for his role as the Bye Bye Man.
The Bye 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 Man.
The Bye Bye. Well, that was the new Bye Bye Man that appears in the second act.
Okay, that's right. How can I forget?
We had to recast him. He did research his role the same way he does every role. He lived as the Bye Bye Man for a year before agreeing to start filming.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's why it took so long to finally get that going.
Yeah, we had to basically anytime anyone said Daniel Day-Lewis's name, he would somehow find out and haunt those people.
And if they kept thinking about him, he'd know. Mm-hmm.
Which was really quite a delay on the film.
So I just went and played mine. Right?
Yeah, what's yours, David?
It's 6 Underground by the Sneaker Pimps, which is, I think someone must know, someone whoever made this must like the show, Alan, because that's pretty on the nose.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, it's not bad for a music.
We also won. I found it was weird they added this category this year. Best sequel to the Bye Bye Man.
I wasn't sure if we were gonna get that one, so I was really surprised when we did.
Yeah. For those not aware, this was actually sort of a weird contest between studios. About 20 studios put out their own sequel to the Bye Bye Man.
Right. I didn't get to see all of them, unfortunately.
Yeah, the Pixar one's pretty fucked up.
That one I did see. That was
I couldn't get through that. I was like, whoa, okay.
See, I don't know. I'm pretty immune to animated violence, so I guess I was okay with it.
Yeah, but the CG was just terrible.
Some of the 4D effects kind of stuck with me.
Yeah, this the other thing I remember is when they did the clips part, and I just remember something in my seat poked me in the back really, really hard, like it's like someone stuck a ramrod in the fucking seat. And it just like came out and poked me, and I fell out of my seat. I remember looking at the ceiling, and I just thought to myself, it's just such a magical night.
It really was a magical night,
even though my back hurt.
Made for a great episode.
It sure did.
Yeah, we illegally recorded everything that was happening during the awards.
On the stage, behind the scenes. Yeah, everything.
And then we leaked it before the review embargo.
Yeah.
They were not happy with us.
No, but we're rebels. We put it out there.
That's why I don't know if it clearly didn't happen to you guys. My award got taken back, so.
Yeah, we have been...
No. Well, see, I hid mine, so...
We've been sued basically into oblivion by now.
Yeah.
So if you want to donate to us for our legal fees, that would be great.
And honestly, that's the real reason why we have to say goodbye. Bye.
But do not fret. This may be the end of the show, and I was iffy about announcing this because we're only in the test stages now, but it looks like we've got the green light for the Bye Bye Man versus Slender Man.
Yes, I'm so happy to hear that.
And we are auditioning actual faceless people to play the role, because I think representation matters.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. We're definitely about representation.
Yeah, I mean, it's hard for them to find parts as it is in Hollywood. Yeah.
It's hard for them to find much of anything.
It'll be great. Look forward to that. We'll be putting the Kickstarter up shortly.
Mm-hmm. Many fond memories that we've made, and many more that we're gonna embark on
as we delve into new magical nights. I mean, podcasts.
Yeah,
and projects.
What is a podcast if not just an individual magical night?
That's a good, well, this depends on when you record it, but any night is a magical night with all of you.
Aww.
And I don't need Gwyneth giving me anything to make that happen.
You are on coke right now, though, right?
I am. That's why I haven't been super talkative.
Yeah, nothing shuts someone up quite like a lot of cocaine.
I was gonna say that might be a bad sign, actually.
I have it has like a reverse effect on me. I don't quite. Oh wait, when you guys say coke, you mean Coca-Cola, right?
No.
There's been a terrible mistake then, because I thought, because all Gwyneth did was give me Coca-Cola, and then like.
You'd think she'd be against that. What with all her goop?
What's their goop in the Coca-Cola?
Did it taste funny?
Did it have any positive and cleansing effects on your vagina?
I don't know. Let me check. Nope, not really.
You still have one in there?
All right, show of hands. Who let Gwyneth Paltrow put things in their vagina?
This is a terrible way to ask for that, though, because this is a podcast. It is a non-visual medium. So for all you know, we're all raising our hand.
It might be for the best that we don't know, and we leave our listeners in suspense. Let that be that last mystery the witching hour leaves with them.
Life is a mystery.
But when we get sued by Gwyneth Paltrow for like hearsay,
we'll just add it to the lawsuit bucket at this point. Make the fans pay for it.
Yeah, just legal fees again. If you could just donate, that'd be great.
To let everyone in on the joke, I just put a picture of my hand in the chat.
Yeah, that's what I was laughing about.
A mystery solved there.
Another mystery solved by the Scooby Gang. That's us.
Too, if it weren't for your meddling kids.
And that puppy.
Is that what Gwyneth said when we all left with all of her rocks up her vaginas?
Gwyneth's rock vagina. Or vagina rock.
I have to wonder if she ever does test her own product.
Has anyone? Everyone's seen the picture, right? The picture that was released to promote her having her own Goop show on Netflix.
No.
Gwyneth Paltrow is getting her own show for Goop on Netflix. The promotional image is her standing inside a giant vagina.
Well, see, they'll give anybody a Netflix show.
Well, why don't you share that image as well?
I'm looking for it right now.
So you can put it in the show notes.
This really isn't how I thought the witching hour would end, but you know what? This show has never been in my control, so that's not surprising.
Oh my god!
Oh my gosh. Is that on purpose?
Goop.
Yeah,
like,
it's on purpose.
Yes, it's on purpose. But
the
also,
color gradient looks like it's on purpose, yes.
Yeah. Like, if she does not intend this to be comedy, which is unfortunate because it's, like, really fucking funny.
I am so confused. I thought we were all joking. What?
No, dude, she has a line of, like, products, like rocks that you put up your vagina.
Oh my god! I thought it was a joke.
Nope.
Wow. Well, that's one.
And her line of products is called Goop.
Okay, we need to clearly do another episode of The Witching Hour on this where we all try her product.
I would just like to reiterate to everyone that this show is going on Netflix. It's a real show, and that Netflix canceled Mystery Science Theater 3000.
Oh, yeah. It still hurts, Alan.
Do with that information what you will.
Still hurts.
What you do with that information is cancel your subscription to Netflix. That's fine.
Yeah, I've already done it.
Indeed. Well, minus the time we shared with Gwyneth, I think the Oscar episode was a lot of fun. Thanks for reminding us, Alan.
Thank you, Alan.
Yep, no problem.
It's really
I am quite fond of our video episode where we recreated the film The Breakfast Club.
Oh yeah, that was great. Yep.
Alan, with the part with the I was really impressed with how you managed to do the whole bit, that stunt fall where you actually fell out of the vent. That was
outside of the bit we're doing. I am so honored that you just off the cuff decided I was playing Bender.
Of course.
I love how David and Alan both decided to play Bender, and were jostling for position throughout the entire
show. There were two Benders.
We switched,
you know what? The part...
We switched between roles every scene and never addressed it.
Except for the part where he's telling the story about his home life, and then it was us talking to each other.
Yes.
Man, that got dark. You guys kept trying to outdo each other.
Well, yeah, Alan punched me in the face at the end, just a mad emphasis. And then we both went through chairs, because we were so mad.
Mm-hmm. Then I punched myself in the face just to fit in.
Yeah, no, that was actually at the very end. Because you know the scene where, it ends with Bender walking across the football field and he just raises his fist triumphantly?
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't know David was right behind me trying to do the same scene at the same time. And I straight up just shoryukened him right in the fucking face.
And I don't even know why you were doing all of this. I don't even know why you were doing all of this, because we were making a podcast.
Right, but...
Yes, but we're doing a special video podcast, which kind of doesn't make sense, but... we like to try new things and break new ground, so...
Yeah,
some people
the
call
video podcast is going to get big.
It's going to go places.
Some people call those vlogs, and you know what? Maybe fuck those people.
Yeah. The vlog is so passe. It's over.
Vlogs are canceled.
They're problematic. Don't be a blogger.
Yeah. This is a cancel culture podcast for the duration of the podcast, and we are canceling vlogging and remakes of The Breakfast Club because we did it the best, so no one else should even bother.
I still have the scars
also
from when we
remakes
shot
of the Bye Bye Man.
Yes.
We didn't remake it. We made the sequel.
Yeah.
Right. Well, can we also cancel Gwyneth Paltrow? Because
you know what? I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
Let's do that.
Yeah.
We should do a prequel. Just like the Hey, How's It Going, Man?
So then it's just the Bye Man.
If we do that, can we get the Beatles hello goodbye at the beginning, but only do the hello parts?
Yeah, I can see doing that.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
Like that.
And then at the end you can play only the goodbye parts at the end.
Which would lead into the first film.
Yeah.
Perfect. It's perfect.
Perfect. Oh,
yeah. There's only here's my one request. I want to be in it. I mean, I want David King to be a character in it. No. Hear me out. I want to be in it, but it's a young version of me, and because it's the trend, we need to cast Finn Wolfhard as me.
So you're doing a self-insert character.
No, because it's a fictional younger version of me played by Finn Wolfhard.
Okay, as long as it's fictional,
Okay, who is everyone's self-insert in the prequel to the Bye Bye
I
Man?
want to be
I don't know.
a grungy detective type character, but I want Pedro Pascal to play me.
Hell yeah.
Nice. I will, of course, be played by Shaquille O'Neal.
Perfect.
That
Yeah.
makes perfect
Makes
sense.
perfect sense. No one doubted that.
Who will be playing the character of Shaquille O'Neal, but also me.
Yeah, I'll go. I will be played by Kit Harington.
I'll be the slut. I want to be going in every scene in a bikini for very well written reasons. Played by Weird Al Yankovic.
Yeah.
Really
Nice.
well.
Nice.
I love it. It's perfect.
Yes.
Can we
But
get
can
Tom Holland in on this just to have Tom Holland?
Can it be?
Yes, of
Can
course.
it be
Tom
Weird
Holland.
Al Yankovic wearing like the terrifying muscle bodysuit he wore in UHF when he played Rambo?
As long as he's wearing a bikini over it.
Yes.
For well-written
obviously.
reasons. Yes.
Obviously.
Then that's perfectly fine.
If we can just get a little bit of money together, and then we'll just make this happen, we'd probably earn our money back and then some, because people are desperate for horror movies.
Yes. So
Yes.
donate our legal fees as well as to our future movie.
Yeah.
We all
just send us all your money. It'll be in good hands. All right, everybody. I think we're done. This final episode of The Witching Hour is done.
Thank you for listening.
Okay, bye.
This definitely didn't go the way I thought it would. But this entire podcast career didn't go the way I thought it would. I didn't expect to end it with so many great friends. So.
Aww. The feelings mutual. Feelings mutual, y'all. You guys are great. We have built an incredible burgeoning community here together, and I wouldn't have it any other way. So
yeah, it's kind of, I feel like even though the Witching Hour is coming to its final end, so to speak, it's still like, but there's still the network and the friends we made along the way. as Seid cries.
Where this all ends, I don't know. It could.
You'll
still
find
happen.
a good place to cut it.
Yeah.
I believe you. I believe in you.
You should just randomly mix parts of this into the first part, so it seems like Alan was always there.
I could try, I guess.
Like listening quietly.
Just get some ADR of me going like, yes. No. That was very funny. Oh, Bisme.
Tons to use now.
Beautiful.
Beautiful.
Thank you, guys.
David.
Thank you.
The witching hour has come to an end. The potions are back on the shelves, brooms are put away, the cauldron slowly stops bubbling. But the spells and the fond memories we'll take with us. Thank you, listeners, for all the support and time you've spent with us over the years.
You can still find past episodes on creativehorror.com, along with future podcasts and projects. Once in a while, we might take over UCA to resurrect the witching hour for a night.
If you missed us already, you can find us individually on Twitter or follow us at Creative Horror on Twitter.
And lastly, don't ever forget that whatever your creative passion is, go after it, pursue it, make it your own, and just always create for yourself. I feel like we said that a lot. Really stress it. And if I can get sappy for a moment, I want to say that, dreams do come true with hard work, determination, and most of all, creativity. And myself, my fellow host, Ravel and Ophelia, and if I could speak for the rest of the Creative Horror family, and I can, we encourage you to go after those dreams, because we know that they can become a reality because we believe in you, our listeners. So thank you for joining us, and thank you for being a part of the Witching Hour.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hey guys. Am I Chandler?
I haven't watched Friends in a very long time.
I don't know how to answer that.
I can't
see
Friends,
all through like junior college, like everyone told me I was like the Chandler of their group, and I only started watching Friends like a couple months ago, and I was like, was everyone calling me an asshole?
Okay, I'm trying to remember. Yeah, the only thing I really know about Chandler is his voice. He plays a character in one of my favorite video games of all time. So.
Oh yeah. Apparently he pretty religiously played Fallout 3, and I don't know if he demanded or if the studio approached him because he was such an outspoken fan of it. But that's how he ended up in New Vegas.
Yeah, I believe they. I think they just reached out to him and said, "Hey, you want to do this?" And he said, "Hell yeah!" And that's how we got Benny.
He does so good as Benny.
Yep, good old Benny.
He plays an asshole, so it works out.
Yeah.
God damn it, you guys! At least I'm not Ross.
We never said you were a Chandler, by the way.
Yeah.
No one here said you were a Chandler.
Into this group right now.
I don't think we've ever said anybody is anybody from Friends, and I'm fine with that.
Right.
I don't want to be anybody
about Friends.
I think everybody on that show was generally pretty unlikable, except for like maybe 2 characters.
You know, Joe. Anytime Joey does anything bad, it's just because he's stupid.
Yeah, it's like he's just dumb. He don't mean it.
This is I'm taking over now that the podcast is over, and this is just all about Friends now.
I think we're gonna reboot Friends.
No, I will burn everything to the ground before I let any of that happen.
You can play Monica.
We actually already agreed on this.
No.
Without your permission.
Yeah.
Wait. So
he took over. It's a done deal.
Wait.
Now, I will kill all our characters.
Wait.
Don't betray me.
Oh no.
Wait.
I take it back.
Wait. I'm sorry. Seid. So no one told you?
No.
Life was gonna be this way?
No, guy, I hate you.